There we go. There's my voice. I was saying, since I did English on the first game, I might as well do English now. You know, if I do the Yakuza series ever again, it'll all be in Japanese. There goes the cat. Already good game. Alright, press any button. There's 2-player versus games. Requires, okay, so it's local. Game settings. Is it controls? No. Button configuration? No. Is there, inverted. Okay. That seems good. Downloadable content. I think it's the Kaito. Is he not here yet? School stories. This back with the school's clubs. Huh. I kind of want to get it. And this is to enhance the story and side content in the game. Oh, I think those are the 3 extra girlfriends you can get. Probably it. Oh, look at how the guy is looking at you. Okay. Hey, Umverse, how is you? Should I do simple? Should I go hard? Should I go easy? Should I go normal? I don't know where to go. Let's do here. Turn autosave? Yeah, why not? I'm ready. I'm ready. This is the work of fiction. Names, characters, events, places, events, and incidents are either the products of an author's imagination used in fictitious manner, and it resembles to actual persons living or their actual events. I cannot read the whole thing. Tired? Aw, are you tired because of work? I would have started earlier, but things happened.
We're almost on scene.
I'm kind of tired. Actually, I have to wake up in a few hours.
Looks more like signal flares.
But I want to start Lost Judgment.
Probably a false alarm or a prank. Copy that. You're clear to proceed.
Alrighty. Oh, this is where like a dragon takes place. I remember that playground. It looks like we're in a new city.
I
A new
told
town?
you this was a prank. I don't see any fire.
Who in their right mind finds this kind of thing funny?
People who enjoy causing a commotion. Huh. Hey, check it out.
I don't think it's gonna be short. Maybe 2 hours. I don't know what short is for you.
What in the hell?
But I kind of want to get in the meat and potatoes of this game. You know?
Oh shit. Ugh. Can't we just report this one in and go?
Come on, man. You know we can't just leave this be.
About an hour is short. That's too short. I don't think he's walking that one off. Good thing it's been a while since I've eaten.
In Japan, 99.9%
Oh, his
of criminal
voice.
trials end with a guilty verdict. That makes the odds for a defense lawyer to get an acquittal about 10,000 to 1. But I beat those odds on a murder case. It's a hell of an achievement. Unfortunately, it came with a price. The death of an innocent woman.
But we figured out that wasn't the
Shadows
case.
of truth escape the courtroom, and when they do, someone has to drag them back into the light. The reality is, the law is neither as perfect or as fair as
I
it's
can't
supposed
wait
to be.
until you see the new opening.
So I've made it my job to give those without a voice a chance
Okay,
to
so
be
this is the city of Kamurocho. Who is that? I guess this is new best girl for you. I will stick with my same pick from the last game.
Hey, Doc.
What?
Man, I'm bored.
Sucks.
How about you hit me with some trivia then? That would pass the time. Oh, I mean, come on, man. You never know how long a stakeout's gonna last. Even Keiko-chan's losing her mind.
I'm sure she is. Give me a sec to come up with a zinger, okay?
Head of Yagami Detective Agency, Takayuki Yagami.
Okay, sure. You think up a tough question, and I just leave you to your thoughts. Wait a
Right,
damn
you're
minute.
moving a
How does
little
that
too
even solve
fast,
this
Unversed.
problem then, man?
Yagami Detective Agency Investigator, Masaharu Kaito.
Kaito-san? I don't think I'm really in the mood for trivia at the moment.
Okay, fine. We gotta spice this up somehow. So, Keiko-chan, this internet boy, how'd you end up on the raw end of a scam like this?
How is this spicing things up? Besides, we don't even know for sure if it was a scam yet, right?
Exactly. Kaito-san here is just jumping to conclusions. It'll be fine, Keiko-san. Don't worry. At Yagami Detective Agency, we make sure our clients' hearts are at the heart of our business.
That's so great to hear. I know I hired just the right people.
Damn straight. Sunshine and rainbows with us.
I like how the game starts with like easy, random
He'd say
side
he
quests,
always eats fast food for lunch.
and then we move
Yeah.
on to the. Oh, this is
But
different.
After 20 minutes, you'd think you'd be done by now.
I don't know.
Maybe just for this
it always
part.
makes me worry. Even his eating habits.
Say, Keiko-chan, how'd a sweet girl like you get roped in by some dude off the net, huh?
I wouldn't call it that at all. Would you believe me if I said we took it slow at first? I'd say his patience paid off. Maybe it's hard for you to see, but he is a caring guy.
So he drags you to the shadiest dive in Kamurocho and calls it a date? Sounds like a real catch.
He was just trying to impress me. He
The
couldn't
whole
have known what would
story?
happen.
I don't know.
Then he sticks his own girl with the bill?
I don't really
Dickhead
remember
doesn't
seeing
begin
it.
to describe it.
Seeing her.
I mean, he
As
is
part of the
still
cast.
in college. And besides, he said if we didn't pay, they'd call the Yakuza to collect.
So they bled you out of 800 grand. 400 still to go. For a total of 1.2 mil. It'd be practically impossible to pay all that in one lump sum.
Exactly. That's where Kosuke-kun's idea came in. He said I could make some easy money working one of those clubs.
Yeah, I'll bet he did. Did he say anything about working with those Yakuza from the start? Guy meets girl, they go out, he racks up a tab. Next thing you know, she's on the market to pay it off. Same shit, different day in this town.
Now you're just jumping to conclusions. Besides, a business taking advantage of people like that would
Maybe
have
she'll
gotten shut down
appear
in no
again.
time, right?
But I don't know.
Afraid not. Some lines the law just can't cross until it's too late. But I do owe you some credit for turning to a man like Genda-sensei. He's been defending the city a long time now, and his team's rock solid.
Yeah, and when things get too dirty for them, Genda calls in guys like us to clean it up.
Good for you, I guess.
Listen, Keiko-chan, I hate to be so blunt, but Kosuke's totally been gaming you from the get-go. Until you see that for yourself, there's not much we can do for you. Ain't that right, Tak?
Well, let's not jump the gun, Kaito-san. We don't have proof of anything yet. Speaking of which, there's our man of the hour.
Oh. Is it going to be a random NPC player? No.
I'm gonna need to follow him. You two stay here. Hopefully we get
Oh,
this
are
all
we
cleared
starting
up.
off with the tailing mission?
About time we saw some action. Careful out there, Tak. Hey, Tak, you read me? You gonna be okay tailing this guy?
Okay.
Or do you need the detective basics manual?
Kaito-san, please. I could tail him in my sleep.
The manual says to keep your eyes open, actually.
I wish the game would read, hey, it looks like you have training in the first game. It looks like you have saved that in the first game. Do you need the tutorial or not? It does. It is a sequel, so it has to look better, right? He's turning back. Is he supposed to meet someone? Acting casual. No, we have a new stuff to do. You can deflect your target's attention by pressing and holding Y to add casual. Or you'll do things like fiddle with your phone or check your appearance in the mirror. You know, stuff tails don't do.
Duh, did I delete that app? Probably nothing.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, the game does look different. Oh, we don't need... Oh. I don't think we are allowed to beat him up. Maybe later? Ooh, look, there's a little doggy up there. Or a rabbit? Oh, he's meeting up with another girl. That slime ball. He deserves a good beating. Looks like he does. Unless, I don't know. Am I supposed to get closer or something? I am. Is that... Oh, come on, you better not start cheating already, or else I'll feel bad for Keiko-chan. In any case, I should get some evidence of this.
Kaito-san, you made contact with a new face. I'm gonna get a shot as evidence.
Good call.
About that's too much reading. I'll learn how to do it on the fly. Now. Focus time. Shoot him with the Nerf gun? I think we gotta use a real gun in this case. They didn't quite get it. What do you... I had all the check marks. Oh. Oh, okay, there's more stuff to do. Alright, get the photo. Let's send the data over to Kaito-san.
Just sent that photo to your phone. Any sage advice?
Yeah, I see it. It's a perfect shot, buddy. So, who's Kosuke's new
That's
friend?
a little too extreme.
Any ideas?
He has to learn the hard way.
Try and find out. Be in touch.
If we shoot him with a Nerf gun, he might do this
I
again.
haven't seen you in forever, Sakura-chan.
It's because you barely show up to the club events, Kosuke-senpai. I probably wouldn't have seen you today
I
either.
kind of
if I
recognize
hadn't
his
taken
voice.
Someone else for you.
Sorry, I've just been so busy. I know, I gotta make time
Oh,
for the
that's Cat Noir
I know
from
you've
Ladybug.
got a busy schedule, but
You
it's
probably
not
haven't
the
seen that
same
show.
without you, senpai. A lot of girls quit because you stopped showing up, you know.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Guess I better make some effort, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be
gotta
great.
show my sister this.
But senpai, while we're on the subject,
Yeah?
I hope you won't do anything that'll get those girls' hopes up either. I don't know if you know this, but the girls had a few big fights actually. All that anger could boil over in your direction at any time is all I'm saying.
Yeah? Wouldn't want that. I'll be careful. Well, I've got to get going to my next thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he's from
Make sure
something
you
else.
Stop by the club, huh?
Oh, she's just an underclassman. Nothing romantic happening here. Okay, nothing romantic. Right, don't you hate it when that happens? The game does look a little better. Even though I think the games are just a year apart. What are you looking at? Get a move on, look at those kids.
Whoa, I gotta pay Kaito-san, don't I?
Tie my shoes.
Okay.
Oh, so the percentage doesn't even go down. Where'd he go? I lost him.
What's on the menu today? Probably nothing.
I thought he went running. This isn't good. I'm messing up. I don't know what the actor's name is. I can look it up though. Oh, Price Havenbrook. He's done the main character from Attack on Titan, the main character for Blue Exorcist, Sword Art Online. Is his name Inosuke? Inosuke from Demon Slayer. Nagi from... What's that school killing game? I forget. Danganronpa. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, he's a pretty big voice actor. Let me type his name down. Bryce. Okay. I also got to change the settings because the camera was not doing me any favors. Camera control, observation mode. Let's change that to vertical. Blood level. Oh, reduced? Let's leave it on normal. Okay, yeah. Now that I'm seeing it and hearing it, I see it, I get it, I understand.
Must be my imagination.
I didn't know that. Shoot. Can you tell him the board guy? Yeah. Oh, that was scary. Oh, is this going to be the fighting tutorial? Oh, I wonder what new moves you're going to get.
Wait a sec. That's Yagami. He's the detective who reported Anaki's affair to his old lady.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Anaki got so pissed he took it out on us. Still fucking sore about it. Yo, Yagami!
I like how they got all information like they were used to this.
You're a dead man, bro.
Man, this neighborhood never changes, does it?
Are we still gonna have the Crane and Tiger style? Or did Yagami learn some new tricks of his? No, it looks like it's the same. Oh, look at her health bar. It's so low. I mean, the people in that voice act, the people in this game are already great. What was it? I made the tweet. Where is it? No, not that one. Oh, where is it? Here we go. Yeah, like Yagami is Muzan from Demon Slayer. Kaito is a whole bunch of good ones. Actually, most of the main people are from Demon Slayer. Okay, so Crane. When to use Crane is highly evasive style since around crowd control mobility. Oh, to maintain the fighting stance. Then press A. You know what? This is probably why I was sucking in the last game. Because I forgot to do these stuff. Because we have Quick Step, Sky Dancer. Okay. You know what? I wasn't dodging in the last game. Ooh, it looks so much colorful. Okay, so blocking is left bumper. Targeting and dodging. Oh yeah, voice actor is super important. Come at me. Come at me. What was that? Oh, that didn't work. There we go. I don't know what that was. Oh, it feels a little more fluid than usual.
That all you got?
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. We probably took too long in that fight. Hey, Yagami. Yeah, it does look a lot smoother. The fighting looks better. Obviously, it's easy to tell since we played this game a week later. We lost them. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Time to start going down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is only a year difference.
Guess I'll stop by the Popo.
Guess I'll stop by the Popo. That's the police. How does Kosuke-kun spend his money as key information? I should get a picture of how much he withdraws as evidence. Are they not going to give me the Y button gauge anymore? They're probably taking their time on the next game as well, since they just now released the DLC. Story DLC for this game. Oh, oh, you're right, it is. Okay. What you looking at? Nothing suspicious here. Let me take out my camera. Let me increase the focus. Oh, okay. No, I wouldn't say they're bad. That's where we got most of our healing items at. Alright, I got a good photo. Time to send this data over to Kaito-san.
Kaito-san, I just sent you a new shot. Take a look.
Yeah, I see it. Not half bad. Huh? What the? Yo, Doc, be real with me. Kosuke's guilty as all hell, right? That's way too much money to just cruise around with.
A withdrawal for any amount wouldn't prove anything. Gotta be fair here.
But Kaito-san's right, that's no ordinary amount for a student to throw around. So what's he about to spend it on? Oh, we're done. We're done. No more tailing for us. Oh.
Dak, give me your status. What's Kosuke up to?
Not all of them? Gotcha, gotcha.
He's just wandering around town. Pretty much killing time like your average college student.
Any idea where he's headed?
Good question. Actually, he just ducked into a building. I'm going after him.
Did that say Big Fat Papa?
Hey, buddy. You new here? You can't
It
just
does.
go waltzing in.
Huh.
And why not?
Because I said so, that's why. Now beat it.
Looks like Kosuke got on the 5th floor.
Hey, didn't I tell you to leave? Don't make me call the cops on your ass.
Isn't that a little excessive? All I wanted was to look around.
Well, there's nothing to see here, so go look
You're
somewhere
still
else.
cheating on Asuna? I mean, he has a lot of potential girlfriends in Sword Art Online.
There's definitely more to this place than meets the eye.
If Kosuke-kun's hiding something, this is my chance to find out what. Try to look for a way to sneak inside the building. Active search mode from the cursor. Okay. Where would I go? Well, shoot.
Suspicious.
Means they don't let just anyone inside. Okay, I know that.
What the?
The windows look like it's practically never open, almost as if they're avoiding the outside world. Like, I saw that, but
Hey.
looks like I can go around back from here, but I should check out the building a bit more.
What the? Suspicious.
Not gonna find Kosuke-kun in this shop. He went to the 5th floor. No. Sorry if I'm making you a bit dizzy. I'm getting a bit dizzy.
What the? Suspicious. What the? Suspicious.
No way
Oh.
that's gonna work.
There are some ducts under that window. If I can make my way there, I can get inside without anyone noticing. Okay, time to take a look around the building. Okay, look for a foothold. Because if she's that crazy, I guess you're right. Oh, I can look around? You don't know what to eat? You can get that burrito you got from last time.
Suspicious.
I'm about to lose it. How does one get there? I don't understand. Oh, I can move. I can move.
What the? Hey.
Maybe I can use it as a foothold to reach the open window. Looks easy enough to climb up onto. Should make for solid footing. How was I supposed to know I could move? Oh, you have to drive there? I don't know. Do you have anything quick you can eat in the fridge or in the pantry? I don't know what your options are. Sneak inside using the location found during the inspection starting point. Parkour overview. Oh, we got parkour. Sometimes you need to make your own way to reach your destination. This is where parkour comes in handy. Check your surroundings for a foothold in order to begin parkour. Okay. Ah, shoot. How about the grip gauge? The grip gauge above Yakumo deplete. You hold B and use to move vertically. Okay. I gotta hold B. Alright, I will let you know.
Yo, Talk. You hanging in there, buddy?
Kinda hit a wall here.
What's that supposed to mean? You didn't lose the guy, did you?
Look, my hands are tied right now, but everything's under control.
You can release your grip and drop down with P. This is scary. What if I drop off? There's cats here. Whew. That was rough. We're in though. Look, that's just as much as money as I had in the last game. Kosuke-kun went up to the 5th floor. Guess I've got 2 more to go.
Oh, hey guys. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Hey, who's this clown?
First time I've ever seen him.
Oh, you see, I'm Kosuke's guest. Guess I took a wrong turn somewhere.
Who the hell's Kosuke?
Ah, that's the kid who keeps hanging around. You'd think he'd have wised up by now.
Wait, then he'd be on the 5th floor. So what are you doing down here?
Seriously, it's like you got me lost on purpose. You mind, pointing me in the right direction?
Take the stairs to the 5th floor, then head all the way back. Your friend will be in the tatami room.
The tatami room? Oh, of course. Should have known this wasn't it.
Before you go, I'm gonna need to verify your membership. Kosuke give you a card?
He should have? Shoot, I can't seem to
Oh
find it.
no, are we gonna fight?
That's so. Well, now we got a problem.
Sorry. I'll be more careful next time, promise.
There won't be a next time, dumbass! We don't carry cards here! Now who the hell are you and how'd you get in?
They
Better
fooled
start
us.
talking!
Here we go. Tell me, what's Kosuke doing in the tatami room?
We're not telling you shit!
Street punks, but we're not in the street. When Tiger, the bounce level with okay. Shoot. Take it to the extreme. Okay. Oh no, we have 3 styles now. Oh yeah. Easy peasy.
Doc, you good? What's going on?
I'm still in that building with Kosuke-kun. Had a little run-in with some watchdogs. And apparently, Kosuke's no stranger. Right now, he's in their tatami room.
Oh, he is, huh?
What do you think he's up to?
Well, a betting man would say he's gambling. If it's a members-only building with goons posted on every corner, I'm telling you now, the tatami room ain't no tea shop.
Huh. Not a bad theory at all. It's like you're speaking from experience, Kaito-san.
You've got questions? I've got answers.
I said we have an intruder! I don't know how he got in!
Say what? What happened? You there? Tell me something, Tog. Why is a college kid hanging out with a bunch of gambling lowlifes? We're seeing this kid's true colors now, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt until we catch him red-handed. Innocent until proven guilty.
Is that some lawyer creeping back into your detective work? Well, whatever. Just don't get yourself caught. Unless you want a fight on your hands.
Believe me, I don't.
Alrighty, infiltration objective. Reach your desired destination without being caught.
Better be careful here.
I kind of want to fight though. Crap, I gotta do something or I'm busted. Take cover. Can we assassinate him? While taking cover, move the cursor or something or someone with a magnifying glass icon, then press Y to take a closer look and gather info you need.
Yo, got a minute? I heard we got an intruder in here. Let the others know for me.
Yeah, okay.
If they see me, they'll call for backup. Better reach the 5th floor as quietly as possible.
Aha.
He's... What's up with this guy? Is he napping? In that case, I'll just walk right on through. Okay, I felt like if I did, he would have... Why can't I open the door? Am I supposed to grab the key from him? It's locked as it should be, I suppose. I don't have time to pick this. Backup's on the way. Better take a look around for the key. There's cans of soda. Oh, a key, maybe it'll come in handy. I feel like the cans of soda. Let me try it out. What happens if I do get on?
Oops.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Made sense. Oh, he knocked me out. Now we know. What's up with... Okay, we already saw all of this. Can I just grab the key? Mr. Speedrunner over here. Okay, easy peasy this time. Yes, it worked. Oh, okay. Why are we still okay. You do you. Yagami. Can we lockpick this one? Like, how about the key I found earlier? Not the right one, guess I'll just have to pick it. Pick it. I know how to pick it. Ooh. Even the picking looks better. I kind of see the line.
Got it.
Okay. I'm a professional at this point. Can't we just assassinate him right here, right now? Is that the Tommy room? That guy's in my way. But I gotta do something about him in order to enter that tatami room. Causing a ruckus after coming this far isn't the smartest move, is it? Oh wait, let's try out that plan. Coin toss. Coin toss or choke out?
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh. That was quick. He must not have been breathing.
Time out.
Head to the tatami room. Okay.
Hey, don't just stand there. Shut the door already.
This is a gambling room.
Come on, I had you! Ah! Why does this always happen?
Well, there he is, plot right in front of a Chohan game. You need a better hobby, kid.
Come on, folks. Who wants another round? Everyone place their bets? Now or never.
You know you're on a losing streak, Kosuke. Why not be a good little boy and go home?
Are you kidding? I was just getting warmed up.
Huh? Didn't know you were such a high roller. Where are you, getting all that cash from, anyway?
Can't say too much about it, but I got me a pretty good hustle.
Another girl with stars in her eyes, huh?
Jeez, go ahead and tell the whole room.
Hey, keeping it a secret's on you.
Guess the proof is plain as day. Kosuke, you're one sneaky guy. You take her money, her heart, Keiko-san will have every right to hate you. Did we get him? We're right here. We're looking at him right now. I had to go into like a... They found me in a room and I had to use the new Tiger style. And then I had to sneak around like in Assassin's Creed and knock some people out. And I just now made it to the tatami room. Looks like he's gambling the money. Yeah, he is.
All right, Kaito-san, you called it. Kosuke-kun just blew all his earnings on Chohan.
Told ya. So, what do you say we do? Because I say we cut to the chase and have us a little one-on-one.
One-on-one?
Huh. My thoughts exactly.
Good. I'll bring the car around. College boys about to learn something they don't teach in class.
We are. Pretty sure we are.
Hey man, hold up a sec. I think you dropped something.
Huh? I've got my phone on me. What'd I lose?
Well, it could be any number of things, to tell you the truth. Maybe your conscience, or even your integrity. You feel like you might have left those somewhere?
Oh!
Huh? What's your freaking problem?
Does scamming a young lady ring any bells for you? You've been working with a crooked bar to make her foot a 1.2 million yen bill.
What in the hell are you even talking about, dude?
Have you conned so many girls you can't even keep the scam straight anymore?
You better back off me. I've got the full support of the Tojo clan on this thing, man. Still think it's wise to talk shit?
The Tojo clan? You mean the
Kirito is mad.
Pissing yourself yet? You're about to be real sorry, asshole!
The Tojo clan thugs got disbanded ages ago. If name-dropping a long-dead gang was supposed to scare me, I'm not very impressed.
Son of a... Let's fucking go!
Right, because you don't know this. In the Yakuza series, at the end of 6, the Tojo clan was still active, but something happened. Yeah. Yep, he does think he's all big. But something happens in between 6 and 7 where the leader of the Tojo clan decides to call it off because the other Yakuza clan were gonna kill them off. So I think they ended it in order to bring it back by the end of 7. Lots of stuff happened. So I think this is like in between-ish 6 and 7.
Wouldn't do that if I were you. That excuse for a punch told me all I need to know.
Fuck you, man! That last one was just a warning shot. No more chances. The gloves are coming off right now, bro, and you're gonna get
he's gonna take out his dual-wielding swords.
So, I can take the gloves off too, right?
No, not after the last game. After the last game, the part of the Tojo clan, that wasn't the Tojo clan. That was like a small group of the Tojo clan.
Iron at the gym once a week, my man. You're going down.
No, that was just a small, like a very small. I think they called it like a small, insignificant group. Like the group wasn't that big. We got our bikes back.
Hey, Yoshiro-san! Over here! Please, you gotta help me.
He did. He got beat real
This guy
quick.
giving you trouble?
He just started wailing on me all of a sudden.
He did? Well, what's your problem? This gentleman you're harassing is my client.
Client? That a tatami room term for gambling addict?
Gambling addict? Who told you about the tatami room? People only get in through me. And I sure as hell don't know you.
Look, I don't have time to play around right now.
Too late, asshole. You just signed up for a beating!
They don't know who they're messing with. About EX boost, you see that there's a green style? Look, but we haven't unlocked it yet. I wonder what it is. Oh, there we go. Ooh. I kind of want to use my new stuff though. Maybe I should be doing this against the bosses. Right? The colors look so great. It looks all so much colorful and stuff.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Now you're really asking for it.
Oh, now we're chasing? We're doing all the tutorials here. There are times when Yagami must chase and catch fleeing target. Oh, we have the health now? Okay. Wow, they added a lot of new stuff to this game. How to recover health, correcting, okay.
Leave me alone.
Ooh, okay, I like this. And we see how much health he has as well. Oh, we're doing a lot more parkour. His health is steadily going down. Oh, this is where your best girl was singing around. Okay, he still has a little bit more health though, but we're almost at it. Even this part looks better. During a chase, you may have to choose which path to take at a moment's notice. Oh no! Okay. Oh, he's done. Catching the target. Oh, you miss her? Too bad she's not appearing in this game. I think there's only one girlfriend unless you get the DLC.
Come on, Kosuke-kun. Are you done?
You can't help yourself, can you, Tak? For being a lawyer, you sure like to settle things with your fists.
Yeah, sadly enough.
How the fuck are you a lawyer?
Yagami-san, you're not really a detective?
I'm a detective, all right.
Oh, his fingers look better.
As for the badge, I still have a license to practice, so I hold on to it.
Is it safe to assume then you used to work at Genda Law?
Yep. Hit the nail on the head, actually. These days, he hands off the gigs that are better suited for detectives, like him.
Now it's making a little more sense.
Did you catch all that, Kosuke-kun?
Huh?
Well, if you want a closer look, I'll be more than happy to accommodate you.
What?
Yeah, care to go for a ride? We're gonna be buds, Kosuke.
Right, he's still both. He never lost his title as a lawyer.
Guys,
He just decided to quit.
These damn things off me! I swear this is all a mistake!
Kosuke-kun.
Kirito's going to jail.
Yuko-chan! Don't let these assholes con you! Believe me, I didn't do anything wrong! Who the hell are these thugs?
Who is Yuko-chan?
Oh no!
My name is Keiko, you jerk! And to think I trusted you!
Here's the deal, Kosuke-kun. First, you're gonna cancel her
You
debt
got
to
a
that
deep
bar.
fried pizza? I don't know what that is.
But that's not even my call.
And second, they'll be returning every yen she paid. Plus a little extra for us having to deal with your bullshit.
You're out of your freaking mind! Do you even know who you're...
I have a pretty
Oh,
good
that
idea.
looks kind of good. That
I
I
looks
don't think very
good.
highly of con artists who prey on
And I've never heard of deep fried pizza.
You tell him, Talk.
Okay, so it looks delicious.
That's my phone!
Dial up that bar for me, would ya?
What bar?
Drop the act, kid. That scam is the oldest trick in the book.
You don't have any proof.
Proof? Do we need to spell it out for you? We've got you by the balls, you little shit.
Oh, it's a Hot Pocket? I've never had a Hot Pocket either.
Some of Kamurocho's finest. The Yagami Detective Agency.
You mean you're detectives?
It's in the name. Smart guy, huh? Everyone in town knows us.
They do?
You're goddamn right they do. Don't talk like you never heard of us.
Give the guy a break, Kaito-san. We're still getting our name out there.
It's good. I'll believe you. What does this have to go down in front of our client? This is beyond embarrassing.
Look, I get what you're after, but give it up. That money's as good as gone.
I wonder if we're gonna see the cute guy in the mask
Tojo clan.
and our hacker buddy.
Yakuza.
Well, I used to roll with the Tojo myself. I might even know the dumb bastard. You know he's all bark and no bite, don't you? The Tojo clan got disbanded.
Yeah, but he's
Yo,
still a
that was the
criminal.
mood.
Just because his clan broke up doesn't change a thing.
He's just a dickless ex-Yakuza strutting around, flashing a pin that don't mean shit.
Oh, pretty boy. Pretty
Is
boy.
dangerous, right? Are you sure you'll be
He's
safe?
due to show up.
Got this under control. Danger is our specialty. So, which numbers the bar keeps?
You really shouldn't.
Still worried about pissing off an ex-Yakuza? I'd worry more about the one right in front of you.
Or would you rather try your luck?
If only he knew how strong Yagami is from that last
okay.
boss fight.
Hey, Chief. You wouldn't happen to be back at the shop, would you?
Yeah, I am.
Sasuke. Who was Sasuke? I don't think Sasuke's in this game.
New chick, huh?
Since he was the victim of the last game. I see no reason for him to show up in this game.
No? Well, hey, at least you still got Keiko on lock. Yeah, these broads will do anything if you know how to squeeze them right. You could make a fortune milking her.
Bastard.
Wait a minute, though. What happens when Keiko brings you the money?
Oh, that's simple. First, we take the cash off her hand.
We might see him.
Then we slap on a last minute
But
late
seeing how
fee
we
and
were,
send
the
her
game
sobbing all
started,
way
the
to
ambulance
Subland.
was in the new area I was talking to you about. I don't think we're gonna be in this place unless I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't
Why'd your
know.
voice change all of a sudden?
Took you long enough.
Wait up. Who the hell is this?
I suggest you remember this voice. Because I'm about to come knocking, and this time, you'll be the one
It's
paying.
been an hour and we're still in the first side story.
You're kind of insane, man.
Sorry to break this to you, Keiko-san. Kosuke-kun had you fooled. No matter what lengths you went to for him, all he ever thought of was using you. You were just an easy mark the whole time.
Don't get me wrong, Keiko-san. This did start out as business, but now I've seen the light. Oh!
That's enough out of you.
No, yeah, I getcha. But I don't know.
Come on. Let's get you back to Genda's before the fireworks
They
start.
might show us.
Trust me, you'll be safe there.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to see what we're gonna do to that place anyway. It's gonna get ugly.
You mean you're going to take them on alone?
That's always how it goes down around here for some reason.
Let's go, Keiko-san. Genda Sensei's office is just
He
up
has, I guess if you're stuck playing a game for so many years. Are we gonna see who I think we're gonna see? Downloadable content available. Okay. For the mailbox. Okay. We're about to see Best Girl.
This is Genda Law, where I got my start as a lawyer.
Too bad she's
The owner,
taken.
Genda Sensei. It's like a father to me.
Oh no, is she gone? I don't see her. What? They're probably off on a date.
Where is everyone?
I spoke too soon.
Saurakun and company are down at the courthouse. Those two are always putting in a hard day's work.
In the law office, Rio's agenda.
It's good to see you.
I believe we met the other day.
I guess I'm not lucky.
How'd it go? Did Yagami get that solved for you? He goes all in on his cases, but that's about his only redeeming quality.
Yeah, he's really gone above and beyond.
Yeah, next time.
Sorry
Kinda
to
sad.
impose, Genda Sensei, but can Keiko-san stay here a while?
Fine by me. It was getting a little too quiet around here anyway.
Maybe she'll be here when we come back. Oh, we gotta save our game. Time to save. Chapter 1, Black Sheep. Osiris and Hoshino-kun are out. I wonder if they've got a big case. Yeah, big. Why can't I leave the door? Not sure what to do. Check out the task. Do I have to talk to you?
So you want me to stay here until things calm down? You sure that's safe?
Yeah, we'll be back before you know it.
You like her?
Speaking of which,
okay, I guess
it's rare to see the office this empty. You guys working a big case?
Yeah. Big enough to keep Saori-kun and Hoshino-kun out of trouble, I suppose.
What do you mean out of trouble?
It's not a murder case, is it?
No. It's an anti-nuisance ordinance violation.
Huh? Oh, you mean...
It's a groping case?
She's a smart one. This happened 2 months back. Some good Samaritans at a train station pinned down a groper who was trying to make a getaway. Wouldn't you know it, the culprit was a cop, of all things. Makes you wonder what this world's coming to. Naturally, the press had a field day with it. It was all you saw on the news for a while.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. It was all over the internet. Anything that stops the trains during rush hour makes the news.
It was all
We don't know that.
about. Probably because he was a policeman.
The judge is handing down the verdict today, and I don't expect he'll be pleased with it. Every answer he's given has been, I don't recall. Like that'll do him any good.
Stop that man! That man's a groper! Stop him! Stop him!
I didn't do it! Let go! Hey, let me go!
Someone help!
Get a station car!
This man grabbed me on the train! He put his hand up my skirt!
No! You're wrong! You got the wrong guy!
Stop struggling, asshole!
Let me go!
The cops can check your hands to see if you did it or not. We'll be here in a second now, so just chill out!
Hey! Are you filming this? Put that camera away!
Looking at him now, he doesn't look... I don't know. Did he do it? Best Girl is there. I got a glimpse of her.
Ehara-san, do you mind sitting up straight in court, please?
Never mind, he did it.
That attitude isn't going to do you any favors.
Yeah, it is.
Does it even matter?
If you're gonna grow up, you gotta do it with
The
consent.
verdict has already been decided.
Your demeanor still has consequences. The worse things are looking for you, the better an impression you need to make.
I say Hoshino.
Leave an impression. Huh. Well, if I were the judge, I'd be happy about having an easy day on the job for once.
This is no time to be cynical either. Besides, the judge hasn't...
It's decided. Guilty is charged. This also means it's almost time for the curtain to fall until the grand finale.
What?
What does that mean?
So, let's get this show on the road.
Also, they changed Best Girl's voice actor for the second game.
Well, like I said, we should have a verdict coming down today. We only really needed Saori-kun at the bench, but Hoshino-kun insisted on joining her.
Truth be told, I still can't tell when he's trying to help or when he's trying to impress her.
Then he'll need to pull out all the stops. Saori-kun's no slouch.
A bomb?
Plus, she's got ice in her veins.
She's got ice in her veins.
How'd you end up on the hook for defending an active duty officer?
Well, another firm had it on their plate first, actually. Comro PD, they have their go-to guys. The plan was to get a confession, earning the defendant a nice retirement package and a simple case dismissed.
You mean he'd be found innocent?
Bottom line, yeah. On the condition he left the force anyway.
Correct. But the plan fell apart when the cop kept insisting he didn't do it, in spite of the evidence stacked against him. So, once Comro PD's lawyers decided to throw in the towel, the case went straight to Saori-kun, who just happened to take the call.
Huh. Makes sense.
I'm sure they'll be back soon if you wanted to stick around.
I would, but I gotta tie up a few loose ends. But let us know if any new requests come in.
Restless as always. You ever heard of a vacation, Yagami?
That's exactly why I turned my hobby into a job. Besides, I like staying busy.
Fine. You never did listen to your elders.
Anyway, I shouldn't keep Kaito-san waiting. Thanks again for looking after Keiko-san.
Okie dokie. Now we can leave and we can still jump out the window. What up?
Hey, ready to
I just want to make it to the opening of the game.
Not gonna be any bottles of beer on the wall when we're done.
Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully after this.
Let's get to work.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to listen to it just once.
Well, this the dump you brought Keiko-chan to?
It is. So could you please just let me go?
He is, but if you like what you're doing for work, it looks like fun.
Crazy? He'd murder me on the spot. Then he'd murder you two for dessert.
Huh. He's that scary, huh?
Yes, actually. Not to mention all his boys.
All the more reason to put him in his place. Pricks like that need to learn how to treat a lady.
Agreed. Oh, hold on.
Being a detective sounds fun.
Sugiura.
Really? Could he choose a worse fucking time? Talk about buzzkill.
Hey there. You miss me?
Geez, it's been what, half a year? Everything good over there?
Oh, there goes Pretty Boy.
Well, got some good news of my own I wanted to give you, man. Tsukumo-kun and I have our very own detective agency.
Wait, are you saying you started a detective agency? Meaning, now you're a detective?
Yep, got our own office and everything. It's in Yokohama.
And he's a detective now.
Muscle in on your turf.
Man, I don't know what to say. Oh, and by Tsukumo, you mean...
The one and only. At least, the only one I know. Thought his hacking might give us an edge.
Oh, look!
Never figured he and I were on the same wavelength about stuff.
You wanna wrap this up, Doc?
Anyway, we got a pretty big case. And to be honest, we're in a little
Oh, looks like we are moving.
So that got me thinking, why don't we call up the pros? So they can show us how it's done.
Do you need an answer right away? We're in the middle of the usual.
Oh yeah? More sneaky shit?
Yep, I'll tell you all about it later.
Oh, come on. Give me just a hint.
Sorry, buddy.
You all set? Huh. Then let's roll.
I wonder if we're gonna leave Kaito here to do the work, and then it's gonna be just Yagami. It's gonna suck not having Kaito. But I can see why people aren't sure how the third game is gonna take place. We might even get a no, it's not competition. They said they went to a new area.
Explain what the fuck's going on.
They went to a new town.
Not what you think.
We're here on account of a woman named Keiko Hamada. She says she's been threatened by an illegitimate business.
Oh, I see. You're the guy who had this dipshit's phone.
Yagami Detective Agency, at your service.
I saw tables that I'm ready to grab and hit them with.
You the kid Matsugane-san took in?
There, you see? I told you people have heard of us.
Huh.
As for me, the name's Kaito. Used to wear the Matsugane myself.
Oh, I've heard plenty about you. You're a real celebrity, buddy.
A man's gotta have a reputation, right?
Masaharu Kaito.
Yeah, on this game, we're definitely still playing as Yagami. The next game, I don't know. It could change.
Drop on him and forks over the family safe. Yeah, you're a real legend.
Don't talk like you were there, jackass.
Hmm?
Want an ape? I'm about to go ape shit.
Yeah, this whole game is Yagami, except for the DLC. The DLC is Kaito.
Now that we're past introductions, we're here to get Keiko-san's money. And we'll be tacking on our fee on top of that. Just business. I'm sure you understand.
Right, I think Yagami does like a job far away in the mountains.
Detectives come to collect.
And you play as Kaito as he takes the lead.
Clan? The freedom. No more paying cuts to guys upstairs.
But Pretty Boy may be the next main character.
Guess what I spent the cash on? The walls. Now this is damn good soundproofing. Meaning whatever goes on inside stays inside. You'll find out just how convenient that is.
I think it's interesting.
Hear that, Kaito-san? He says we're free to cut loose.
Oh yeah. Best news I've heard all day. I'm gonna open up a can of...
Is Yagami gonna take the phone?
Hey, hold that thought a minute.
Greetings, Yagami-shi. Did Sugiura-shi call you a second
If they
ago?
do, I don't know.
Look,
we'll have to watch and see.
Not a good time.
Oh, so you really are just busy? He said you hung up on him, so I wanted to make sure. He didn't offend you, did he? I'd hate to think he upset you, you know? But if so, we didn't mean it. On behalf of both of us, I offer my profuse apologies.
Yep, no offense taken, man.
But you see my point, right? Sugiura-shi and I are a team. Our actions reflect on each other. Any responsible member of a company, I mean, any responsible member of society.
I'm liking the dynamic, actually.
Okay, I get the picture. We'll continue this later.
Okay, but when is later?
Right? I'm liking it.
If you have an estimate, I can set a timer. That way I'll know when it's convenient.
I can see the next game being pretty funny.
Right. Where do we leave
and
off?
serious.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, pretty lame talk.
That's it. You jokers are dead meat.
Shady bar owner. Skills enhance your playstyle. Okay. I guess I'll use this joke again, but these guys should take a seat. Oh, okay. I miss fighting. It's only been a week. That should end it, right? Yeah, good. Oh, that's a good one. They are lounging around. That's a good joke. Dang it, didn't think of it. Okay.
Listen, I just wanted to thank the both of you for all you've done.
I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Well, I'm just glad to hear they got your money back. These two are something, huh?
Oh, yes. I don't know how I could possibly repay them.
Don't worry about it. Besides, those thugs paid our service fee and then some.
Nice of them to eat the cost, huh?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, nothing.
I take it all back. Anyway, what happened to the crooks?
If they're smart, they're skipping town. Doubt they'd reopen.
Well, yeah, well, we'll catch more fish in the sea. Just you wait.
Should help him rethink his life choices. So I'd say
there's still the other attorney, right?
I've sure learned my lesson. It's a scary world
Attorney?
out there.
The other lawyer? The prosecutor.
From now on, I choose the place when meeting boys online. And I should probably change dating apps while I'm at it.
That's your big takeaway? Really, Keiko-chan? You're laying this all on the app, not the sketchy internet dudes.
Oh, I don't think so at all. Plenty of people these days meet their match online.
It's true, Kaito-san. Apparently that's a thing now.
You see, if you don't seize
She's
the
wearing blue.
opportunity when it knocks, it won't be just the times that leave you behind.
Fine. Hear you loud and clear.
Saori-san and Hoshino-kun sure are taking their sweet time.
Now that you mention it, they should have left the courtroom a while ago.
Maybe they stopped for a quickie somewhere.
There's nothing between those two. Nothing real, anyway. These old eyes can tell.
Wait, I thought they were a thing in the last game.
Comes with age, huh?
Damn right it does. And I've got more than you kids on both counts.
You talking about Matsugane-san?
Yagami's kind of old though. He's in his 40s.
The lawyer and the Yakuza. Best of both worlds. Though we came from different backgrounds, we were brothers in arms. Both trying to make it in Kamurocho. You two ought to visit his grave every now and again.
We will.
That goes without saying.
Well, I guess we should get going.
I guess so.
Thanks for having us on such short notice. Oh, and give the two lovebirds our regards.
All rise.
Oh, is it done with chapter 1? Resolve Keiko's dilemma. Okay. She's gone with the wind. Who's that guy? That's a new prosecutor.
The court is prepared to issue its
Right,
verdict.
they are lovebirds.
The sentence for the defendant, Akihiro Ihara,
Lifetime in prison.
is 6 months of penal servitude.
Ah, that's not that bad.
He's getting prison time for his first offense? Isn't it usually just probation in cases like this?
Yes.
I'm sure his attitude didn't help the situation. From the start, the evidence was stacked against him, and all he did was deny it.
If that will be all, we can proceed with the court's rationale. The defendant may be seated.
I wonder if this is related to the case we saw at the beginning. He wanted this. Does he want to go to prison?
Rather hear this standing up? Your Honor, in a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. Oh, maybe you hadn't heard that.
What? What the hell? What is he talking about?
This is related. Okay.
I'll take that as a no. In that case, make sure you pass this along to the Kanagawa police. They'll want to know that the body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago,
there he goes.
Took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide. He deserved to die 1,000 times, but he was never even accused of a crime. No, he just went on with his life.
They were like, what is this guy talking about? But why did he smile?
An utterly broken system.
Order in the court. The defendant shall refrain from making such outbursts. Defense, do you have an explanation for the meaning of this?
Your Honor, well...
I wish she could look at me like that. But she won't.
How's that for an honest day's work? I just want to go put my...
When is the opening gonna show up?
Sounds like a plan. I need to get back to Sugiura too. He was telling us about a big job.
Oh, we're gonna talk to Pretty Boy.
Big job for us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, down in Yokohama. By the way,
what the heck was that? I don't know. I don't know.
They're detectives now.
Those two.
The groping case was related to the
Wait, you serious?
To the guy with the maggots.
It's like it's designed to eat your money. Yeah, what a fucking scam. Fuck this. I'm beyond pissed. I need to unload on someone's face.
I guess we're fighting again.
Hell yeah, dude. Why don't we go give some asshole a game over? You know I'm always down.
I see the local punks are cheap as always. Oh, I think that's just a tutorial for the people walking around to fight us. I better not stick out. These guys are looking for any excuse to pick, but I want money though. Gangsters don't ask questions. When the going gets tough, sometimes you'll encounter an unusual powerful enemy on the streets. Powerful enemies are purple. Okay. Oh, we also gotta look at the skills. Oh, we have battle rewards now. Okay. This is getting crazy. I like it. You know, I guess we gotta boost our health back up again. Boost health 3. Oh. So the fighting styles also have a health boost. That's weird. Boost grip increases the maximum grip gauge. Boost attack. We don't have enough. Okay. Oh, we have a lot more skills. Oh, we have a lot more skills. I'm looking at the tabs at the top. I like Leapfrog, Tiger, Crane, and Special. Is the snake the special? No, it's not. Okay, looks like we're going to be playing this game for a very... I did skip on a lot of side quests on the first game, but I'm going to see if I can do a lot of them in this game. So hopefully I can fill out a lot more of these and do some more stuff. Oh, I can increase my health again. Might as well, and I'll do attack next.
What is it?
I want to see how high my health is, and there's already side quests all around. Okay. Good.
Really, guys?
Seems to be... Hey, you hear about RK yet? This looks like a side quest. Maybe I can't do side quests yet until later? Maybe that's it. Yeah, now we fight all the punks. Ooh, the food looks even more delicious than on the second game. Okay. Let us max out on at least the pizza buns. shoot, I'm gonna run actually. Since it is getting late, I want to continue the main story. Look how even the street looks different. You know how this place on the right was filled with stuff? Now it's not. Whole lot of differences. Lots of neat stuff. Oh, we're gonna get to see the detective agency. I think I remember where it's at. But alrighty. Oh, I probably can't do side quests since I have Kaito with me. That's it. Because in the last game I couldn't do either.
Agency. I run the place with the help of my partner, an ex-Yakuza named Kaito. I wish I could say keeping this place afloat was smooth sailing. But the reality is, we'd be drowning if it weren't for the gigs we get from Genda-sensei.
Oh, you know what? I didn't notice that. I don't have to press A to get all the items now.
But when street smarts fail,
we might get a side quest with her. Maybe she is the big star now.
That happens a lot.
I'm sure they'll find a way to add her to the game. The place looks the same. I wonder what the other detective agency looks like. Let's check our mailbox. Our mailbox is empty. Never mind. Oh, they changed the game setup. Okay, I like
Guess
it.
we can finally take a breather. Weren't you supposed to call
Okay,
Sugiura?
time to continue the plot.
I wasn't I? Crazy how he ended up in our line of work.
After seeing us in action, who could blame him?
Oh, do you think it's going to be bigger or maybe?
Yagami-san, everything okay over there?
Yeah, sorry, it's a long story. You were saying something about a big case?
Oh, yeah. Listen, man, you gotta come check out Yokohama. We've been getting jobs left and right down here. And if we can ace this case I've got lined up, we'll be the hottest detectives in town.
Oh yeah? You sure it's a legit lead?
Hey, have some faith. Would I waste your time on a bad
Looks like
lead?
Pretty Boy is doing good as a
looking out for you,
detective.
man.
Well, I do appreciate that. Then should I save the details for when I see you?
Sure. When do you want us over?
Honestly, ASAP. Tomorrow if you can swing it. We're based in Ijincho. Look for an office that says Yokohama 99 out front. That's us. The real question is, you free on such short notice?
Let me check my schedule.
What schedule? Outside of today's shit, we haven't had work in weeks.
If I tell them that, they'll lowball our cut, smart guy.
Oh, right. Guess we don't want to look desperate.
Sorry, Sugiura. Yeah, tomorrow works just fine.
Pretty Boy don't need this king of respect. You're right.
It's gonna be so great. Oh, and Kaito-san's coming too, right?
He'll be there.
See you guys soon then.
But when are we gonna get to the opening of the game?
Way to build the suspense.
Yokohama, though. Can't say I'm really familiar with that neck of the woods.
Same here.
But
I'm
you know what?
familiar with Yokohama.
Kamurocho has been pretty tame lately. Maybe this is our chance to broaden our horizons.
Here comes the opening. I'm gonna shut up. Looking good. Oh. Oh. Oh, good. Such a good opening. You see how the first opening was all black and white, but this one was all colorful and rainy? Oh, we are going to the new area. That Ferris wheel is in the... I already forgot the name of the place. I'm excited. Oh, but I'm also tired. This is this place. This is a humongous map. Right?
Yokohama 99's cross streets. Aw, it's not even close to Chinatown. So much for us getting a decent meal on this trip, huh?
Well, then how about on the way home we take ourselves a little detour?
I don't think we're coming back home for a while.
Way out there. Want to take a taxi?
I suppose we could. But why don't we hoof it? Yeah, we could see the sights.
I guess I'm on board with that.
Oh my god, this place being in Like a Dragon brings back so many memories. Using the map. Oh, the map is the same. It's exactly the same. This area here is where you do this little mini game where you have to collect cans. Oh boy, this is where you upgraded your equipment. This is where you changed your classes, because Like a Dragon is like Dragon Quest. Oh, this is where the detective agency is at. There's so many side quests. Okay. And then both your best girl and my best girl together, yeah. I guess they have to work together now. Oh, it feels so different. I wonder if I should call it quit. Maybe at 2 hours I'll end it. I'm loving it. You're seeing a new area for the first time, but in the older Yakuza games, you were in the same Kamurocho for several games. Until like the 4th or 5th game?
That's not what I said. What'd you call me? What the? Hey, what are you filming me for? Knock it off!
Chill out, man. Why do you care? I don't see anything that says I can't record here.
Enough! Stop!
Just give me a reason. You have one? It's a free country, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Whoa. Hey!
But not this one.
What gives? You just kicked my sign over!
Ah, that was the wind, man. A big old gust just came through, right?
Yeah, crazy. Just now it whooshed right over.
I told you! Put that down! Come on!
Kids don't seem to give any fucks about people these days.
Agreed.
Yeah, The Office.
So much for seeing the sights, huh?
I'd prefer to stop at The Office.
You're thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you?
Do you have to ask?
So, anything else you want to accuse us of? I'd say you must be losing it, Pop.
You goddamn brats!
I got that one.
They do need a lesson.
Goddamn brats! You picking on high schoolers, man?
No, I just don't want you loitering in front of my store. That's all I said, okay? So stop disturbing my customers.
That part's not gonna make the video.
Wow, is that one of those new smartphone models? May I?
What the hell?
Damn, the camera on this thing is amazing, man. Your parents buy it for you?
Holy crap, he kicked Sakaki down.
You must be seeing things, kid. Anyway, your smartphone's kind of dirty, don't you think? Let me see.
Hey! Give me my phone back!
You want it back? I'll give it back, but only if you put this poor restaurant owner's sign back up first.
Asshole. You
us. We're gonna kick your ass.
They were like, hey, you kicked me. Kaito's like, no, did you not see it? It was the wind. It was the wind that kicked you. I like how Kaito's just choking somebody in the back. Unique style. Focus on swift flowing strikes and counterattacks. It works especially well against those carrying weapons. Okay. Okay. Oh, I like the snake style. This is cool. Ah, shoot. Ooh, that parry be looking nice. How do you scare an enemy? That counts, right? Oh yeah, they... Come on, hit me one more time. There we go. Oh, the way this style just brings somebody down. Ooh, Tiger style looking at competition. Right? Oh.
That stinks like a bitch.
For fuck's sake, these guys are monsters.
I'm really liking it too. I'm glad they added a third style into the game.
Was that Aikido just now? Oh, don't tell me you've been training at a secret dojo or something.
Just more of my own thing, really. Figured I'd find a way to hold back for punks like them.
You can parry in that style.
This came from one of those kids. Your call what to do with it.
You really didn't have to. But thank you.
You not knowing any of the Yakuza series makes me want to replay the whole series from scratch.
You'd think private school kids would be better
Just so that you can see what Kiryu's all about.
They look like a bunch of entitled
And
brats.
Majima.
They'd learn some manners the hard way.
But that's like 300 hours.
Well, we've got our
Easily.
fair share of unsavory types. The Yakuza, not to mention those Yokohama Liomang gangsters. Those kids wouldn't dare to
I mean, I could, but
so they're selective about
I don't
their
have
targets.
the time.
Yes, they'll only harass you if they think they'll get away with it.
Think they'll be back for more?
Maybe when I start streaming a bit longer, if that ever
I'm glad
happens.
you stopped by.
But I hope to one day.
Think of it, you're the only ones who've ever intervened. I take it you're not from around here?
Yeah, but we might end up staying. For a while at least. Ever hear of a detective agency called Yokohama 99? We were on our way there right now.
I'm afraid that doesn't ring a bell.
That's all right. If anything, we should get going.
Sure. Oh, but before that, please take this with you. Consider it a token of my gratitude.
Was it like Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon? I'm pretty sure I cried at the end. That was a lot. Alright. Oh, we have gear now. I don't think we had gear in the last game. You know, bolster your defense. Gear makes it sound like they're gonna make the game harder. Actually, in Yakuza 0, there's an item they give you in the game, and they equip it with you. And turns out it makes the game super hard. Or maybe there was gear in the game and I just didn't know. Ooh, okay.
Let's roll, Tom.
Oh, did you see that? Looks like there was a skateboard. Seems to be around here. Okay, it's here. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the place.
I unlocked the suit in the last game, but they didn't let me change into it. Oh no! I said Last Judgment instead of Lost Judgment. Oh, I think it is bigger. It is. Oh,
Yo.
it's so much better.
Ah, if it isn't the man of the hour, Yagami-shi.
There goes our buddy pal, Makoto Tsukumo.
Gentlemen, welcome. How are you?
This guy. First he falls off the radar. Now he's got this sweet office.
Oh.
Little shit.
You're still quick as a thief. Maybe a little quicker, actually.
Well, I'd say thief isn't very fair.
It was stealing.
Oh, come on. You know I wasn't doing it to line my own pockets, right? We took from the powerful and gave to the powerless. It was all
Yagami
truism.
doesn't have a lot of work
And
though.
It's all in the past now, so let's just leave it at that.
Maybe he'll get a bigger office.
The place is nice, though. It's kind of familiar, even.
It should be. You're our inspiration, Yagami Detective Agency. You guys are the goal.
For sure. So, how about you guys take a load off? If you're ready, I'll give you guys the briefing.
Say what?
Oh, I'm so excited to keep on playing the game.
Go over what we know.
I've actually got an agenda for today's meeting too.
Yeah, he does deserve better.
Roll with it. Give him a chance. All the detective talk has made him go a little overboard. I'm sure it'll work itself out.
It's all good. Imitation really is the sincerest form of flattery.
Oh, even the couches are the same.
To sum up why we called you, we've been seeing a major upward trend with these kinds of cases. What do you think? Care to take a wild guess?
I'll give you a hint. It's not a problem you'd find in Kamurocho.
So, it's specific to Yokohama?
I know. It's gang warfare. The outfits running Chinatown are at each other's throats, and you guys sort out the aftermath.
Well, we did just hear about the Yokohama Liumang. They're a gang, right?
Yeah, the Yokohama Liu, whatever. Bet they're stirring up shit as we speak.
Actually, we haven't run into any gang-related activity at all. No, what we're dealing with isn't so conspicuous. I'll just tell you, it's bullying.
Bullying?
Bullying.
Sometimes parents ask us for evidence to prove their child was bullied. Fairly often, they want these bullies taken to court immediately.
They'll also want to hold the schools accountable, but none of that happens without
Oh, maybe
solid
that's
proof.
what was the opening with the girl in the basketball room?
Most of them are in middle school. Research shows that boys at that age experience a sudden spike in testosterone. This leads to outbursts to assert dominance, compounded by the irrationality of an immature brain.
I didn't know that.
Scientifically, this potent mix of impulses often manifests as bullying.
Yeah, I call that puberty.
But that would apply specifically to boys, right? You're getting cases with girls involved too, aren't you?
Ah, with girls it's more likely rooted in oxytocin, a brain hormone that also has links to bullying. See, oxytocin fosters feelings of attachment, regardless of your gender. For instance,
Yeah, 15 sounds about
scientists
right.
have observed that a mother's oxytocin levels surge when looking at her child.
And then it's not always a bad thing.
But high school and middle school is
Indeed.
different.
Did you know it was
in
oxytocin that
Japan? I
enabled
think it's
cooperation
4
among our
years.
primitive ancestors?
4 years of middle school and 3 years of high school.
Ancient matriarchs were particularly vulnerable during childbirth, thus requiring communal support. So you could kind of say the survival and reproduction of our species was largely oxytocin at work. After all, raising a child in the wilderness would have been impossible alone. However, this intense social need bore a dark side. Individuals who failed to contribute were shunned and eventually condemned. Let's say there was a villager who never put in his fair share. All he did was eat the crops. If that became the norm, nobody would work until the village was on the brink of
Right,
starvation.
she cannot be best girl.
By then it'd be too late.
Precisely. That's why these offenders were punished. Primitive
I
as
mean,
it was,
she could
punishment
still be
equated to
a
justice,
good girl, though.
necessary
Like
measure
in
for society's greater good. and societies with a
Like
stricter
Kiryu's
sense
daughter?
of justice were the ones who endured in the
In
long
Yakuza?
run. To put this into focus, these people are our direct ancestors.
So from a science perspective,
She's the main revolving point in
More like
Kiwami
it's
1,
hardwired into our nature.
which is technically the first game.
Fucked up, huh?
I wouldn't chalk it up to just that. However, we humans do tend to reject what's foreign to us. Whether we're socially awkward or simply misunderstood, those who don't conform are ostracized. That's how it's been since time immemorial. The misfits of civilization are deserving of punishment. All over the world, no matter where or when.
This is all reference material related to bullying.
looks like you guys have been doing your homework.
Tsukumo-kun's the one hitting the books. I'm more in
I
charge of the
think
field
that's a lot
Makes
easier for you. I think 20. I think 18 is still a little too low for me. Like maybe I can go to 22. I think 22 is my limit. If he's reading this much, the bullying problem really must be getting bad.
Here's another fun fact while we're at it. An act of betrayal also increases the human urge to punish the offender. In those cases, the act of punishment floods the brain with dopamine, triggering an instant rush of pleasure. In other words, serving justice can feel just as good as eating or having sex.
Okay.
Sure, but that's where we have to draw the line. Justice can't be twisted into joy, or it stops serving its purpose.
Very perceptive, Yagami-shi.
So, back to reality. What's this big case that needs all the manpower?
Ah, yes. Our client is the chairman of a private school. He wants us to scour the campus for any and all instances of bullying, leaving no stone unturned. That said, he also requires us to be discreet.
How big is this school?
Let's see, there are 6 classes per
Oh,
grade.
are we gonna
making 18 in total.
infiltrate the school
So approximately
and act as
600
teachers or students? Oh,
Given
is
that,
Yagami gonna
Tsukiyoshi and I
act
couldn't
dress up
possibly
as
let
a
them alone.
student?
We'll be meeting the chairman at a restaurant tonight to lay out the specifics.
That would be funny.
How about the two of you come join us? We could use the help.
For a couple of
I could see Yagami. Oh, this is where the dress
You guys
up,
are free until dinner.
changing our outfits is
we
gonna turn
already
into
made
play.
the reservations in Chinatown, by the way.
So we're
Think
still
of
in
it as a
tutorial
little
mode.
welcoming party. The restaurant's name is Kyoinro. If you could meet us there, that'd be great.
Sure. You didn't have to do that.
Okay. I kind of want the cutscene to continue because then, okay, it's continuing. I think. Maybe. I don't want that game to end. Pretty sure that'll change it. Yeah, I understand. Oh, it's far. What do you say, Unverse? End it now or continue for a couple of more minutes? Okay. I wonder if we still. I wonder if the stomach thing is still a limit. Eat. It's all health food, doesn't the restaurants? Okay. Okay, I am not one to read. Ooh, that looks cute. Oh, now I'm hungry. Look at the special pancake. Why does this one have a bolt? Let's eat that one. We continue? Okay, I will be continuing.
Starving. I'm starting to feel it.
Find material. Oh, it feels like I might be able to find some rare
tasty.
materials. Okay. So foods can have different skills, and looks like we cannot buy more than what we can heal. Oh, our health is going to be breaking again in this game, isn't it? I'm guessing I still can't do side quests since I still have Kaito with me. So I guess side quests are going to have to wait until next time. Oh. Exquisite screw. Don't mind me just walking on the road. One good thing about this game is that cars don't hit you. That was a big issue in Like a Dragon because I would always lose health. And it would always be a whole lot in the at the beginning of the game. Oh, also? Right, I think we do need a good fix of constants for the first episode. And so much is happening. What was in Like a Dragon? You had to take these tests in order to increase your politeness and intelligence, kind of like in Persona, which I thought was neat. Neat old idea. I guess we're fighting. We're using the snake style. Oh, we got some pocket tissue. I feel like something else dropped back here. Maybe it was just my imagination. I guess not. I guess not. All right. Yep, that's exactly right. School in a short amount of time. Oh, we just picked up a random tomato from the floor. Okay, I was hoping the cutscene would start before they noticed us.
Kyoinro. Looks like this is it.
Right. I would have been parrying the shotgun bullets or something.
Are you almost here, Yagamishi? We went ahead and sat down.
That one fight with the guy with the shotgun? Terrible.
Excellent. Just give the host my name then.
Will do.
Was this the same guy living in a net cafe not too long ago? He sure has
Oh,
come
we
a
still
long
haven't
way.
gotten his backstory.
Yeah, at this rate, he'll leave us in the dust.
Like, we know about him. We know we helped him out with something, but we never knew with what. So hopefully we get it in this game. Oh, I remember going to this place in the last game. It was not
Without
good.
further ado, allow me to introduce Yagamishi and Kaito-san, the gentleman I
That
mentioned
fight
before.
was really tough because there was no way to block it.
The finest private eyes in Kamurocho.
Ah, yes. Tsukumo-san here has certainly been singing your praises. My name is Okuda. I'm the chairman of a private high school.
Oh, he has a little bit of hair at the top. I mean, at that point, you might as well shave it all off, right?
Seiryo High. Isn't that where those kids were from?
Yeah, the ones from earlier.
Is something the matter?
We actually ran into some of your students today. There must have been 7, 8 of them. They were harassing a restaurant worker and recording it on their phone.
Oh boy. And I'm guessing you didn't just stand and watch?
You bet your ass we didn't. Had to knock a little sense into those brats.
You mean there was an altercation? Perhaps I should pretend not to have heard that.
Come on, pal. Why don't we cut the formal crap and tell it like it is?
Because that would be unprofessional, Kaito-san.
Chairman, we'd like to start investigating tomorrow. So would you mind sharing any background information you may have?
Certainly, yes. Our administration has a very firm stance against bullying. Yet no policy is foolproof, and each situation is unique. We continually ask ourselves,
That is a tiny
are
mohawk.
we taking proper measures to foster a supportive
Maybe I'll rock that hairstyle in the future.
Or if enmity is already prevalent among the student body, are we addressing their concerns promptly enough? I believe the key is prevention. Stop bullying before it starts.
And you're hiring detectives to help?
Oh, yes. See, as this thought was dawning on me, I happened across a sign. Yokohama 99, it read. I visited your webpage, actually, and I discovered just how well-versed you were at this very matter. At that moment, I knew fate was guiding my hand.
Sounds like you walked right out of a commercial.
In most situations we've dealt with, we knew who the problem was beforehand. All we needed to do was get the evidence. But in this case, we don't even know if there's a bully in the first place.
Hence why we called in the reinforcements.
So, I take it you have some sort of plan?
Of course. We're going to start by spreading hidden cameras throughout the school, anywhere that bullying is most likely to occur. This footage should provide a detailed snapshot of student interaction that would otherwise go unnoticed. Then, after a 2-week test run, we'll compile our data and present our initial analysis.
Nothing beats a good old-fashioned spy cam.
Yes, but if one of these spy cams were found, the whole operation could be compromised. As such, our pair of experts are intimately familiar with the complexities of human behavior, ensuring these cameras remain hidden.
Damn, you make me want to hire us.
The secret stays between you and us, Chairman. Not even the guards or teachers can know. Do I have that correct?
You do. I believe the more people who know, the more likely it is this would get out. At any rate, I've heard Yagami-san here has tackled many.
It sucks, but it made you a man. I don't
glad
think
to have such a reliable detective on the job. You have my full confidence.
I don't have good opinions of bullying. I don't think it should happen.
They just keep raising the bar on us, don't they?
I did as well, and I feel like it would have been better if it just never
If
happened.
there's anything you'd like to ask the chairman, now's your chance.
Because bullying can escalate, and then I don't know.
You might learn a thing or two from watching the master at work.
It could end in a good note. It could end in a very poor note.
Might as well.
I forgot it. Mind if I order the Peking duck? That's a reference to Like a Dragon. Regarding our skill, if bullying is found, what then? I would like to know.
In the event we do uncover bullying, what action would you take?
Of course, we would provide appropriate counseling, in addition to notifying the local authorities.
Wouldn't that mean
I don't
increasing the
know
teacher's
about
workload?
that.
Interviewing students, filling out paperwork.
I did learn how to defend
That
myself.
could lead to making people not want to bother reporting it.
Sad to say, I can't rule out that possibility. The teachers have so much on their plate as it is. I doubt they'd volunteer to look for any extra trouble. That is why we must strike
You probably
at the
did.
root of it.
What
Well,
if you
somewhat.
offered your staff a bonus for catching any bullies in the act? I know that'd motivate me.
You don't think that'd backfire?
Actually, it might be worth considering. But the fact of the matter remains, bullying has no perfect solution.
Alright, why go so far as to hire a detective?
Could you elaborate on why you're going the detective route for this?
Like I said, my goal is to nip any bullying in the bud before it can grow any worse.
And it's not enough for the teachers to be on full alert?
Unfortunately, no. I'm afraid I can't fully trust whatever they jot down on some report.
Yep, that is a fact. What happened to make the chairman doubt the teacher's credibility? You mentioned you can't trust your teacher. That is weird.
Son, you mentioned you couldn't trust your teacher's reports. Why is that?
I like how Kaito's just
Human
eating.
error, I suppose. Behavior can be ambiguous, and it is difficult to notice every little detail.
Your first response seemed to hint at something else.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it did.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Where should I begin? You see, folks, it has been almost 4 years since the suicide of one of our students.
He is in a mood. I wish I could just sit down, pull myself down, and just start me.
Because he was being
The
bullied?
food looks delicious.
Not on paper, at least.
Like
We
I'm
established a committee to investigate.
really hungry. They have dumplings. He has 2 dumplings.
Neither did the court.
Now if they had some
Wait,
soup.
you were taken to court?
Yes. One of the students' parents filed a lawsuit. Now, there were online postings that may or may not have hinted at bullying. But the prosecution never found substantial evidence, and the court ruled we were in the clear.
If I can ask your honest opinion, was there really no bullying, Chairman?
I would like to believe
That did escalate quickly.
I may have been too far removed from the classroom to say that in good faith. Every day I watch our students come to school, and what I see are young, happy kids. They're all so full of life, with bright futures ahead of them. However, around 2 months ago, we lost contact with one of our student teachers. Everyone assumes it's a mental health issue.
And it just keeps on getting worse.
Don't tell me he got picked on too.
That could have been the case. but I didn't get enough details to say for sure. From what I'd observed, he appeared to be getting along quite well with the students. But I later heard his family had reported him missing.
A suicide 4 years back, a missing teacher. This school is no stranger to controversy, right? We went from bullying to suicide to a missing teacher.
Darkness that's plagued my school. That is why I went the detective route.
Mind if I order the Peking duck? I guess not.
I think this conversation has been enlightening. Any thoughts, Tsukumo?
Guess you could say the conversation was darkening.
What else is there?
It did not make the mood light.
We may have more questions then.
That would be fine.
All right then. Time to dig in or what?
Are you really pretending you waited? You've been nibbling this whole time.
Maybe, I hope not. Oh, you're
Call
right.
this nibbling?
That makes sense.
Hey, waiter! I want to place an order. And tell your chef, I hope his kitchen can handle this heat.
I take it this place isn't exactly cheap.
Don't you worry about that, Yagamishi. The bill's on us. It's your welcoming party, remember?
Oh, that's nice.
Excuse me. I'm ready to order too.
They're both in the mood. New info has been added to your case file. Ooh. Looks like I'm just about ready to wrap it up.
So how was that for your first day's work?
I'm very sorry, Umbrus. Looks like I'm not streaming next weekend.
But the task at hand seems pretty straightforward.
The Lost Judgment's gonna have to wait. It's gonna be Xenoblade probably from here until
Tomorrow we'll be deciding where to put them.
until next week.
We don't have all that many.
Next
so you know.
next week.
Oh, and we'll be dressed as AC repairmen.
What? You gonna make us wear uniforms?
Of course. Freshly laundered and ready for duty. As you may recall, only the chairman is aware of our investigation. We must therefore deceive both student and faculty.
Sounds like a plan to me. For now, let's call it a night.
The guy at court said something about their
Got a point there.
son dying.
In any case, try to make yourselves at home. Apologies in advance if you find our amenities wanting.
So maybe the kid committed suicide. The parent that was at the court got revenge, and that's the dead missing teacher. Alrighty. Am I done? Am I done here?
I'm a night owl, so my work's just starting. I recommend you get some sleep for tomorrow. If you want to close your eyes for a bit, the couch is surprisingly comfortable.
Ijincho's not such a bad town. And the Chinese food, top notch. Besides, these kids got nothing on our usual Yakuza flunkies.
Are we also going to bed on the couch? Wait a minute, we're getting a skateboard? Oh man, I've really done it now. What's up, Sugiura? I was shopping online and bought 2 of the same skateboards by mistake.
Huh?
How'd that happen? It was a limited edition, only available by lottery, so I pre-ordered on 2 websites to up my chances.
Sucks.
But then I was selected by lottery on both sites. The second skateboard got delivered today. If you just return it or sell it online? Returns aren't allowed, and yeah, I did think about selling it online. Going for twice its original price, but
yeah.
Come on, if you can sell it for twice the price, then that's even better. You're making bank.
No way.
You can't. I won't allow it. As long as I live, I won't abide resales. None. Hey, what's wrong? Right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what it was in the other game. What's wrong? It's rare for you to get this angry. He's totally against reselling now because a short while ago he was trying to buy this rare figure and couldn't get it, so he had to buy from a reseller. Oh, I didn't know. I bought a limited edition copy of a game that's 3 times its original price. I didn't want to give and support the stupid resales industry, but I just had to have it. Can you understand my pain?
Huh.
No, sorry, I don't get it. You see why I can't figure out what to do with these skateboards? Figurashi, why don't you let Yagamishi use it? I'm sure it'd be a handy way to get around Ichi-Jincho. We're getting a skateboard. Give it to Yagami-san? Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Yagami-san.
Would you actually use it, Yagami-san? I really don't know what to do with it since I can't sell it and they won't take returns. Yeah, you don't mind if I use it for free? Isn't it pretty valuable? You can just pay me back later. Next time you solve a big case and get a nice reward. Treat me to something. Alright. I'll write it with gratitude. Right? There's always huge plot twists in the game. Right, man. Hey. Oh, by the way, even though you can ride around the city, you can't go on sidewalk. It's dangerous to skate where pedestrians are.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I can't believe this.
Huh?
What's wrong, Tsukumo-kun? The Ibisu pawn in front of the station has the 5-year anniversary limited color Love Star figure. Sure, I read it on a random internet forum, but I don't think it's fake. I gotta buy it. And there's a reseller already closing in on it. Let's...
Huh?
Hey, wait. We still have stuff to do before tomorrow, like checking to see if all the hidden cameras work. But I have to hurry. If I let this opportunity slip by, I'll end up buying from a reseller again. No, we need to make work our priority. Well, maybe. Yeah, okay. You want me to buy it for you? Oh, please. The reseller is already on his way, so can you go there now? Yeah. I guess I'm doing this first. Sure, I might as well use my new skateboard right away. Oh, this is a side case.
Can you?
Pretty please, Yagamishi. Unless I can save. If it starts me off immediately on the skateboard. Dang it. I should have saved. Based on the time of the reseller's last post, he's gonna be there in just 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
Okay, just have to get there before then. I'm counting on you. Here's some money, 20,000 yen. Alright, Yagamishi, do your best. Remember, you can't skateboard on the sidewalk, so be careful on your route. Got it. Okay, here goes. Okay. I am not reading. Ooh. Oh, we're going faster. He does parkour now. He's a skater. Oh man, I feel like these coins are going to be something game-wise. I fumbled it. I fumbled it. This is fun. This is new. Are we gonna make it? I feel like I've been goofing around too much. Ah, shoot. It's on the other side. We made it.
Excuse me.
I heard you have a limited edition Love Star figure. Yeah, we got one. But it'll cost you 20,000 yen. Still interested? Oh, it looks adorable. Sure, I'll take it. Pleasure doing business. Guess I'll wait to pick up my figure. Are you the reseller Tsukumo was talking about? Give me that figure and go. You're interfering with important business affairs. First come, first serve. I'm not giving it up. Well, then I'll have to take it by force. He is a true pimp. Jeez, how about I wish I was cool as him when I turned 40-something. This guy's a nasty man.
Let's go.
How do you parry again? That didn't work. Okay, there we go. The music is nice. I liked it. Oh, he has his mask there in the picture frame. Thanks to you, Yagami, I got an amazing collectible, and I didn't have to fork over money to a reseller. Hey. He wanted it so bad he attacked me. Is it really so in demand? Oh yeah, I guess the Ibisu pawn owner wasn't in the know, but this is a very rare color sample whose production line was cancelled. Yeah, I already forgot imagine how it's gonna be when I play this game again in 2 weeks. This color has never been available to the public. There are only 2 of these in the entire world. Oh. Wow, that's pretty unique. On the market, it fetches a price of around 300,000 yen.
Are you serious?
300 for one figure. Seriously? So you see why a reseller would be desperate for it. Such a splendid item does not belong in the hands of a reseller, but someone who truly appreciates it.
I owe you one.
It just goes to show it was a fantastic thing that it kept Sugiura Shii from selling. His skateboard. It enables me to buy this. With this, I'm free to focus on work. I'm sure the Seria High mission will be a success. Our first side case complete. I should also call it a night. So until then, thanks for stopping by Universe, and we'll continue more Lost Judgment in 2 weeks. Oh, and we're still in chapter 1. I'm gonna have to Google how many chapters there are. Oh, wait a minute, Gadgets, there's a dog? Oh. Yeah, he is. I have a Zenitsu figure and a figure from the Tales of Arise series. And I'm also getting one for, get ready for AI Somnium Files Nirvana. That's going to be a good game. But until then, good night.